Morning, everybody. Appreciate you guys joining us today. I want to just encourage you guys to like, share, subscribe. Really helps out the channel. So today we're going to do the deep clean of the milk machine. What we do is we take all the milk lines and we're going to run a brush through the lines. We're going to disassemble all the claws, and I'll show you what those look like just as a reminder. And we're going to disassemble the pulsating lines and from the Y, and we're going to put them all in a bleach water solution. And then later, after we're done with that, we're going to show you what we've done with the goat barn. It's a little different than what it looked like before, because we were getting some problems with the flavor of the milk, and we want to provide the best quality product out there. At least that's the goal. So we changed up a few things, and you'll see that, and there's a few more things I have to work on, like shelves and whatnot inside the goat barn. So you'll see that when we get down there. So one of the first things you're going to do is you have your whole line here, and you're going to take this Y out. Now this is the first time these have been actually detached from the Y since we bought the machine. Normally you would do this on a weekly basis, but because we have two lines and we're only milking one goat at a time, we're not doing two goats at a time, we're able to kind of do it on a 2-week basis, because we use one set for a week and then we switch around and use the next set for a week, so we can get away with it. But once we start milking 2 goats at the same time, probably next year hopefully, we won't be able to do that. So all of your pieces go inside the solution. Small Y's for the pulsator line, the line with the black wire, black line, and the big Y is for your milk line. So this is a part that comes apart. There are other places. The Simple Pulse has a video of doing this also, and they actually have a parts diagram for it to put it back together. But I'm just going to do it from memory because I know how it goes together and how it comes apart. And by the way, this whole part that goes on the teeth, that stays together. So here are some of the tools we're going to use. You got this brush and this line. It's a 7-foot line, and this end goes down in, and then you pull, then you pull this through. I have a little friend. Always been against house chickens, or, you know, pet chickens, but unfortunately, the kids have made one. right, now they're all clean. They're gonna sit in there and we'll go put it in the house. And I'll show you how to reassemble them this afternoon. So as you can see, we put the stanchion back in the goat barn. Just with the rainy season, it was getting really wet, and I think that was not helping with the flavor of the milk. Same as like you shouldn't have a buck with your milkers because he can taint the milk, make it taste off. I think that was contributing a little bit to it. So I ran electrical in here, built this shelf, put this in here, put the stanchion. It's been working really great. Little modifications are left to be made. I'm gonna put a shelf up here this way. And then I'm gonna put a smaller shelf down here for the wife. Not too shabby if I do say so myself. So now we have a place to put some of our stuff that we don't want on the floor, or that we don't have a place to set, like our shrimp cup. We got a few things with the doors. They need to be readjusted a little bit. I'm gonna put a kick plate on the bottom so the stuff doesn't always get kicked out underneath. Alright, so just finished cleaning out the stall. We're gonna let that dry. I gotta take the boys shop class. It's one of their homeschool activities where they're learning to build benches and stuff like that. And so I gotta take them to that, and then once that's done, we'll be right back at it, getting her finished. Alright, so now we're back from the boys shop class. They had fun, as always. Now we're gonna finish up organizing, getting it cleaned out, getting stuff where it needs to be, putting down some diatomaceous earth for pest control. And then once the shavings get here, throw some shaves in there and we should be good to go. So now we're down here with the parts of the milk machine. We're going to put it together. So here's the parts you're going to need. So you have a red gasket, this white thing, this blue thing. This is your main part. And this. So what you do is there's kind of an indented side. And then a side that's kind of sticking up a little bit, if you can tell. You're going to take this goes in there like that, and you take the small circle and you screw it on, and you take this blue thing and it goes into here and it pops through the hole, okay, like that. Now this is your bottom. Now some of the models, the older models, have a spring, and this one doesn't have one. It just has that. And this is what you use to try to get your, if you lose suction in the T connector, you just push that and that'll help get it back. So now you're stuck with this and this. And now this goes in here like so. It goes in a certain way. It goes in there like that. This goes on top, so this should fit down snug. So you'll know if you got it on wrong, if this is sticking up a little bit, if it's like up here, it should sit flush. And then this just goes over like a collar and screws on down, and that's how you put it back together. So, and this goes on here. This is a pain in the butt to get off, so I can just imagine getting it back on. That's how hard that's going to be. So now you have this on together, time for your Ys and your smaller lines. So, obviously self-explanatory, smaller one goes on the small. So the bigger one's for obviously milk. And the funny part is it's so new, it still has shows where the ribs are for the Y. This for the air. This for the milk. There we go. Again, this is your bottom. Goes in there with that little nubby. Up. Remember, if you do not put the red one in right, it will not sit right. This will not sit right if the red gasket's not in properly, so will probably look like all nice and clean and organized and neat. So now we can get to business tomorrow. Hey y'all, I want to thank you guys for joining me today. Again, like, share, subscribe, really helps the channel. And I'll see you guys on the next one.